Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're new around this neck of the woods, my name is Melissa. Welcome to another palette first impression swatch demo video. These are some of my favourite videos to do because I love eyeshadow palettes, even though I've been on like a total no buy recently, apart from the Lottie London ones. I got sent this in PR. I actually have an affiliate code with Sample Beauty, which I'm very proud of because I think it's my only one. Yeah, so you can use my code on their website, Makemeupmissa, and you get 10% off. This is the Sample Beauty, the Prodigy palette, jewel toned edition, so maybe we're getting another one. This is the sleeve it comes in. I will probably throw that out imminently. And then this is the palette. It's nice and long, but it's not too big, not too small. It's got like jeweled on the front, it's holographic. It's an indie brand, so it's not as well known, so if you haven't seen it, that is what it looks like. Look at it. Just look at it. It's got 6 metallics, the rest are mattes, and 2 of the metallics are jewel chromes. These two, oh, they're stunning. So obviously with like what I do, I'm just words. What I do with all new palettes is I'm going to swatch it all for you, then we're going to do this look, and then I'll give you my thoughts on the palette. But there's no but, we're just going to jump into swatches. I don't know what I was going to say. Anyway, let's jump into it because I want to swatch it properly and see how it swatches, because I think we're gonna have a few issues. So let's jump into it and see. Sample Beauty, the Prodigy palette. 21 shade premium eyeshadow palette. Bum, ba, bum. I'm gonna swatch it roll by roll because I tried swatching it yesterday on Instagram and couldn't fit it all in one arm. I'll do like one swipe and then I'll build it up just so you can see what one swipe looks like versus built up. First up we have Stone, Amethyst, Essonite, I'll probably pronounce things wrong just so you know, Almudine, Axonite, no idea. This one doesn't swatch very well at all. Yeah, that was 3 passes. I can't really build it up very much. Okay, first of our jewel chromes. Oh my goodness. Moonstone. It's like a pink, brown, green, diamond. Oh, wow. And then we have Obsidian. So that is the first row. 6 mattes, 1 jewel chrome. Let me dim the lights a pinch. Oh, there we go. Just want to show you that jewel chrome a bit better. It's so hard to catch them on camera. I always moan about this. That is the first row. Look at it. Look at it when it's out of focus. Okay, second row. Heliodor. I don't know how you pronounce that. Then we have Demantoid. This really does not swatch well. When I swatched this yesterday on my Instagram, I actually had to dig my nail into it to try and get some pigment from it. I don't think I can really build that up too much. And then we have Apatite, which must be some kind of gemstone. Look at that colour. Then we have a really special shade. This is Beryl. It's a very, very, very wet feeling metallic. Another metallic is Pyrope Garnet. No idea. Doesn't even need swatch twice. Literally incredible. Another matte, we have Smoky Quartz. This is not gonna want to swatch. It's just like that khaki green. It's very difficult to swatch. It does feel like the khaki green really quite firmly pressed in the pan. However, I did use that on my eyes and it went on absolutely fine. Last of the second row, we have Tourmaline. I swear this palette swatched better yesterday for some of these shades. I used this as well on my eyes today, not in this look. I did a practice look before I did this look, and this shade goes on incredibly pigmented. So that is our second row. Look at that gold. And that colour there is stunning. It's coming off a little more blue on camera than it is in real life. Let me dim the lights. Look at that. Let's go on to our last row then. Last row, my friends. We have Fire Opal. I'm trying not to swatch over that like bony bit there. This is a really intense shade. Then we have Tanzanite. That wasn't a very good swatch, Melissa. Haven't tried that one on my eyes. Then we have a shade that is a matte, but it's got little bits of sparkle in it. This is Pink Sapphire. Don't know if you can see the sparkle. Yeah, you can. I used it just like I would use a matte today and it was absolutely fine. Then we have Azurite. Azurite. That doesn't feel like the other metallics. It's not super wet, but it does go on beautifully. Another metallic rhodolite. You know how I feel about pink. Then we have Spinel. No idea. Wow, I thought that would swatch a lot better because that went on my eye literally epically. Okay, swatches don't mean all that, do they? We know that. Saving one of the best for last. Diaspore, which is the second duochrome. Wow. Look at that. So that is our last row of the palette. I'll dim the lights just a bit, try and pick up that. Look at that. Oof, it's so lush. Look at that. What do you think? How do you like them apples? So yeah, I would say this palette is kind of a little bit of a mixed bag when it comes to swatching. Sorry, I'm just getting some of my cellar water. But swatches don't mean a whole lot. I think I say that in like every video. Look at that gorgeous colour. Yeah, swatches don't mean a whole lot, and as long as they perform on the eyes, I don't care if a palette swatches well or not. There we go, I'll be covered in glitter for the rest of my life. There we go, that is the Prodigy palette. Let's now jump into me putting it on my eyes and seeing how it actually performs IRL. Okay, friends, let's begin. Revlon Candid. What else? Smear it all over. Good smearing. Alright. I need to remember this isn't a tutorial and I'm just playing. Well, I'll still tell you like what I'm doing and what brushes I'm using and jazz like that. The first one I'm going to go in with is this shade down here called Spinel? I don't know. And because I am just playing, I want to do a look that I'm happy with, so I'm just going to do my kind of standard look. So this goes on real pigmented. I had a play just before this. Hold on, let me change my brush. Yeah, I had a play with this palette before this look. I did a like green and yellow look. I just wasn't happy with it. Nothing wrong with the shadows, but you know when you just do a look and you're like, wow, that's really ugly. That's what I'd done. And what I will say is, what I've noticed, these shadows are all real pigmented, like the ones I've used quite a few at this point. The ones I've used are really pigmented, but it's weird, it's like you have to dip in a lot to the pan. It's like the pigment doesn't go that far, but they are pigmented and the pigment is there. It's just, yeah, I find you just have to re-dip quite a lot, which is not a problem, but an observation, and that's the point of these videos. And then I'm gonna take, oh, I think it was this one here, Almadine. I don't know what any of these things are, and I'm not a person that has a lot of jewels, so pop this on kind of the center. I've already forgotten what I did, to be honest. I just had like a 30-minute messenger FaceTime with my mum and my sister and my niece, and it got very ridiculous. We were playing Catch the Burger and stuff. I won. And then I'm gonna go in with Stone. This is just a little flat brush from a set by Elf, and it's just because I did my green look before this. I used up heaps of my brushes and they're all covered in like green and yellow, and Now I have to kind of go with my backup brushes. This is a gorgeous shade. It reminds me of ABH Bonfresco from the Modern Renaissance. And I'll grab a tiny bit more of that same shade, Stone. Just soften up that edge. So I'm just smoking that all the way around there. And then I'll grab Smoky Quartz on that same brush. Not a whole heap of fallout or kick up from these, sorry. There's a little bit of fallout on my face, but yeah, not a lot of kick up in the pans. This was a clean brush before I did the other eye. I'm just gonna smooch out this bit, just blend it a tiny bit. And then I'm gonna grab, I can pronounce this one, Amethyst. I'm gonna use this to blend out the edges of that much deeper purple we used. Honestly, when I saw all these like purple and pink tones, I was just so delighted. And I'll grab, what did I grab next? This brush. Pink Sapphire. It's a matte, but it's got tiny little bits of glitter in it. But, I mean, they don't really show up when you buff it out like this. I wouldn't mind if they did anyway. Obviously, this looks rough right now, but it'll be fine. And then I'll take more of Stone. This will go in betwixt the purples and that deeper pink. These are just blending together so effortlessly. It's fabulous. And then I'll go back in with Amethyst, just because that pink's quite pastel, so it just kind of covered up things, but that's okay. We're committed to the process. All these purple tones just seem like really well thought out in my opinion, just like there's one to blend each one, so there's like no issues with, oh, what do I blend with this, what do I blend with that. I'm gonna add more Pink Sapphire up here because I feel like I've got way more on the other side. I think I actually might leave it there, throw on my cut crease, and I'll be right back and we'll start playing with Jewel. I just want to smear, oh my goodness. What is that? So gorgeous. Because I'm going for that kind of like purpley pink theme, I decided to use Moonstone. You've already seen the swatches. But wow, it really is a special shade, but just be like careful when you like dip into it. It's one of those like really soft, crumbly shadows that you actually don't really like swatching, just because it feels like it could break. Definitely applies better with your finger. Just, you know, depends if you like using your fingers for picking up shadow. You see how reflective that is. What is that? What is it? What is it? It's gorgeous. It's literally like a super high-end shadow, it just is. And then I'm gonna bring Rhodolite, which is a gorgeous metallic pink. I'm just using it dry because it actually applies so beautifully. It's kind of like a wet feeling metallish, and it's gorgeous. And I'm just gonna plop this on beside it, just dragging that in, kind of doing it a little bit diagonally. Oh, makes me happy in my soul rubbing these shades on. And then I'm just gonna go in with like a mixture of these matte purples that I use just to blend my outer corner. A bit more spinach. Who actually knows? Because I don't know. And then what I did was grabbed a kohl pencil. This is just a Milani one and it's grey, not black. But I just didn't root around in my drawer enough. I'm just going to draw this just along the lash line, just as a base for the black eyeshadow to stick to, because it would be going over a lot of eyeshadows. And then I'll take Obsidian. I know how to pronounce that. It's actually a really good black eyeshadow. Tiny little Real Techniques brush. the name's rubbed off because I've had it for so long. And I'll pat the black over my eyeliner. And then I'll go in with, no, I'll use Amethyst. I think that's what I used anyway. Same brush. Who knows at this point? Press that over the top. Just kind of want it to just like look like liner but not look like liner. Like smudgy liner. And a bit of that metallic pink as well. Such a pretty shade. I'm just going to clean up my fallout and then we'll come back. I'll have my base on and stuff and then we'll come back and just keep playing. Things need done, but once I've got my base on then I'll be able to adjust things a bit better. Really not a lot of fallout actually. Anyway, I'll be back in a moment. Right then, I've got a lot of my base on. Well, all of it. I actually used the pink sapphire shade as a blush. I want it to be quite blush heavy and kind of match it to the eye, so I'm just going to wiggle around with all the shades and just extend things like pink sapphire first. Bring it right out. I have to say I'm really impressed by this palette so far. Just like everything blends really beautifully. And it's just one of those palettes, which I can't say for all palettes, but it's just very cohesive, which I enjoy. But then I do feel like I'm really biased towards palettes that have lovely purples and pinks in them, because it probably is my favourite shades, like, to play with. It's just something that I'll just keep fiddling with until I'm happy with how it's blended. Just going in with all the different shades. I tend to spend a long time blending and I edit out so much of it. Yeah, I probably edit out, well, I just stop filming at a certain point when I'm blending because I probably edit out about 2 hours worth for every video just because it's boring to watch. Underneath I will take, I don't know, I'm just going to fanny around Obsidian. This is a very good black eyeshadow. It is so dark. And it goes over this set base real nice. And with the colours I've used so far, you could honestly trick me into thinking I was using a high-end palette. I took a little bit of, where's my brush? This pink metallic one, however you pronounce that. This brush doesn't have a name, folks. It's just a little pencil brush. Just popped a wee bit of that at the front. Sorry, my battery's gonna run out, which is why I'm speeding. I'll use more of that Milani eyeliner. And I thought just for a bit of fun, we could throw the gold in the inner corner just because it's different, isn't it, than just highlighter. But where's my brush? Oh, this is the most irritating thing. I found it. The gold beryl. Pop that in here. I think gold and purple look so lovely together. And we're in the Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. And I forgot how pretty it was because I never reached for it when they stopped selling it, and now they're selling it again. I've put it to the top of my drawer so I can remember to use it. And then my last bit, I'm just going to take more Obsidian and just poke it on this outer corner, just a smidge, just because I used it along the lash line. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I should mention, I did put this OPV glitter in 03 around my cut crease. I wish I hadn't, but I did, and so it's done. I'll throw on my brows and lashes and lips, and then we'll come back. I'm pretty happy with that so far. They're not exactly matching, but who cares? It's not a competition. That is all my makeup finished. Finally, I have, as always, been sitting here for so long. Unnecessarily long. But my new water bottle just came, got it on Amazon. It's glorious, so heavy. My lips, by the way, I put on Jeffree Star Mannequin and then Maybelline tees on top. I can link them below. Anyway, I have to say I really like this palette. I love the size of the packaging, how thin it is. I don't particularly love the design on the front. That's neither here nor there. I do like that it's holographic. And it's got a real good mirror, nice big pans. Like all palettes, I don't love all of the shades. Like this one up here I don't love. I don't know. It's just personal preference, but overall I love every single other shade. I think it is really pretty. Some of the shades, they really don't swatch that well, but I did use that khaki on my eyes in my first green look and it did apply on my eye really nice, so I don't really think I'm gonna have any problems with it. We can do that on another day. And yeah, I just think for £20 or £18 with my discount code, it's worth it. It just is. I'm just filming my swatches and I just wanted to jump in to the end of my video here and just show you a few of the shades, like Smoky Quartz and this khaki green. I don't know if you can see, like on the pan, they've already got like, oh, and this one up here, Axonite. They've already got like kind of hard pan on top just by me swatching with my finger. I mean, it's not a big deal to me because like I can still pick it up on my brush, but it does happen with this palette. And what I would do, oh, I can't reach my spoolie. I can't reach my spoolie, my mirror's sitting on top of it, but I would usually get like a spoolie and just, if that happens, just very gently scrape off that top layer, just where my oils from my fingers had like kind of ruined the top of the pan. I mean, it's still absolutely usable. This happens with a lot of shadows, and it's never really a problem to me. But someone asked about it in my blood sugar video. They said they've got a lot of hard pan and all of their shadows feel like concrete. So just get a spoolie and just scrape off the top layer really gently on mattes if you need to. But that's just my thoughts on that. It's 21 beautiful shades, very pigmented, very blendable. I don't really have any negative things to say about it. I would just be careful like not to drop it, and don't dig your brush too hard into the metallics and the duochromes because they are so soft. I feel like they could fall out at any minute, so just be careful with that. I'm really pleased with how my eyes came out. I mean, I don't think, apart from the duochrome that I used, I don't think this is a look that I couldn't have done with all my other palettes, like my Norvina or my Mitchell or my Stacey Marie. But not everyone has those palettes. This is a lot cheaper than all of those, and if you're looking for a real pretty palette, would recommend. Anyway, I'm going to stop harping on now. I hope you enjoyed this video. That's going to be all for me today. I can use this in another video and do a completely different look if you like. Let me know down below if you're tempted to buy it. Remember, I do have a discount code. It's on the Sample Beauty website, so it's not on Beauty Bay, although the palette is sold on Beauty Bay. I'll link them both down below. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. Leave me a comment down below. Subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I'm going to piss off and edit this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll catch you all on the flip side. Bye. Before, honest, but I know, left these years ago. I was young and almost still can't fill the void. We don't need the past in our lives for tomorrow. Never see the end of the night filled with sorrow. What do we